I'm going to I'm recording this so that I'll be able to post this on my YouTube, for those that can't make it. So welcome everyone. We today we just want to share and talk about Ningxia Red and the reset. We've all heard so much about this since the beginning of January, and I know some of us here have did it or are doing it right now. Claudia's doing it right now. Barb, Penny, and I did it. Lanny, did you do it as well?
I didn't, although you all inspired me. So I did. I've got some Ningxia, but I wasn't actually doing the reset.
Okay,
But I've got the structure, and I want to start doing it, encouraging my team girls doing it as well, and
wonderful.
starting on the 12th.
Okay,
So
good. So next Monday, that's great. Okay, so let me just give you a basic rundown of what the Ningxia reset is, okay? And what they're encouraging it for us if we do this 14-day, 2-week reset. Days 1 through 3, you are going to drink more Ningxia Red. You're going to be so happy to drink that much Ningxia Red. You're going to end up drinking 12 ounces, 4 in the morning, 4 in the afternoon, 4 in the evening. That's how they prefer. I mean, if you have to drink more at once, you have to, but that's the good way to do it. Then rest of the days 4 through 14, you're going to cut that in half. And you're going to drink 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the evening. Okay. So in total, you end up with, I think it's 102 ounces of Ningxia within a 14-day time period. And I love that part. I absolutely love that because I love Ningxia. So that was just like a treat. On top of that, we're really encouraged. We've always been encouraged to drink water, drink more water. And honestly, some are great at that. And some of us may get that 64, but getting more than that, we don't typically do. But they really want us, if you can drink about half your body weight, um, that would be great. That's really what they want you to strive for. Personally, I've been telling everyone, no matter what their body weight, strive to get 80, 90. 90 would be a hot spot for everyone if you could get 90 ounces of water a day. And that's what I strived for, between 90 and 100 every day. Movement. Take 30 minutes a day and move. Maybe you're on the treadmill. Maybe you're like Penny and you get on your mini trampoline. Maybe for you, movement is difficult. So it's just a matter of you having to break it down throughout the day and do small things, or maybe it's you cleaning your house that day, running a vacuum cleaner, mopping. All of those are movement, right? I personally tried to do something out of my norm because I'm always going to clean my house. So that's not new movement for me, but making myself get on that treadmill every day was new movement. So that's what I counted as my exercise. And then the fourth aspect for that 2 weeks is do your best to eat clean. And so what I mean by that is they really, really stressed try to avoid sugar if possible, try to avoid alcohol. You're not restricted as to, oh, you can only eat meat, you can only eat veggies. Maybe some people are on the whole 30, maybe some people do keto, maybe some people do intermittent fasting. Whatever it is, work it out for you, what's comfortable for you, but try to keep it into clean eating. In other words, try to avoid processed food. And for the most part, I think in the girls I talked to, most of us did pretty good with that. I don't know if any of us were perfect at it. I didn't hear anyone say they were. I wasn't. By the last day, I had a piece of chocolate. Yeah, I had a Lent piece of chocolate. I just couldn't resist. Penny, were you made it 2 full weeks completely no processed?
No process, no alcohol, tripled my water. Yeah, I monitored everything that went in my mouth. Yeah, and I did the 30 minutes. I did wall Pilates and exercise, the floor exercises. I've got a mat. I do it in my bathroom downstairs. But yeah, that whole 2 weeks we were below zero. So it's like
Yeah.
yeah, and there's a one day I had to make up and walk in 15 degrees and then in 10 degrees, and but I did it because albeit the sun was out, but it was 15 degrees. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I said, okay, if I'm doing this, I'm going all in. I'm going all in.
Wonderful. That is wonderful. You know, I feel like all in all, I did 99.5, but I had to have that piece of chocolate. Once
I
tragedy hit,
think
I'm like, I gotta have chocolate. So
I think with it just being the 14 days, it doesn't seem too impossible for people,
exactly.
does it? Because
Right.
you just
Yeah, but
think, well, at the end of the
I'm telling you,
14
that
days,
wine
I can have
tasted
a
good.
treat.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, Monday that wine tasted good. Thank you very much.
Very good. Very good. Um, so let's share a little bit about, first of all, a little bit about Ningxia Red. I think all of us here know, so I'll keep it brief, but please note Ningxia Red, some people call it a juice. I'm not harping on that word, but it's more than just saying a juice because, you know, you can go in the store and buy orange juice and it's not real. It's not real. It's fake. It's full of stuff that you don't want. Ningxia Red is a whole body supplement that is literally taking the wolfberry and pureeing the whole berry, skin and all, in your drink. That's why I don't have a bottle in front of me. But if you have a bottle you haven't touched in days, you'll see how thicker it is at the bottom. And that's because that whole puree has settled. Now, it has other things in it too. Pomegranate, it has essential oils in it like tangerine, yuzu, it has blueberries in it, and there's another berry I'm forgetting. But it it really is designed in such a way that yeah, see, Penny's got it there. It really settles at the bottom. But it is designed, I call it my liquid multivitamin. If you're wanting one supplement to try to help cover more than one item in your body, my go-to is Ningxia Red. I make sure I have it every day. It is my liquid vitamin supplement. That's how I refer to it. And we've always known that we could tell a little difference. Maybe sometimes then we have some on our team that immediately, as soon as they took this, their body had a major reaction as to feeling better. Lorna is just, she's the queen of Ningxia Red. That's what I call her. But for a lot of us, I was taking 1 to 2 ounces a day. And I can't say that I like, oh yeah, I really noticed a difference because I didn't. But I did, like Claudia and many of us, what I did notice is if I got busy with life and went 2 or 3 days without it, I did notice I was more sluggish, just didn't have as much energy, things like that. Okay. So if you've only been taking 1 or 2 ounces, don't be shocked if you see a something major happen within you taking 12 ounces a day or 6 ounces a day. Okay. And there's a lot of different things that could happen. You know, the studies show it's great for sleep. And as some of us here will tell you, we slept great during that. It's good for a lot of people for energy, for digestion, just for clearing the brain fog. And as if you've watched some of our posts the last 2 weeks when we did it, a lot of us talked about how we didn't think of ourselves as unhappy people. But all of a sudden, we just felt lighter mentally. You know what I mean? We felt happier. It was like, even though things happened, even within that 2 weeks that I had to deal with grief, that yeah, I still dealt with it, but I wasn't down in the dumps for days like I feel like I typically would be, right? Um, However, having said that, um, I'm going to share some of the things I experienced, and we're going to let Penny and then Barb, if you'd like to share anything that you noticed. But then what I want you to realize is we're all individuals. We're all in different states of, what do they call that? Homeostasis. And not everyone has the same experience. And we're going to make sure Claudia shares. Claudia's been doing it now for this day 7, day 4, day 4. You started February 1st. That's right. This is day 4.
Can I just ask one question?
Mm-hmm.
So, in the UK, the cheapest way to get it is to buy the bundle where it's 2 big bottles. We can get the pouches as well, but if I'm encouraging people to do it, the cheapest way to do it. So in the pouches, obviously it's not diluted, and I've watched you all just drinking down the pouches. So when we take our ounces, does it have to be undiluted? So you're not
No.
adding water or anything, you've
You
just
can
got
do
to
it either
take
way.
it.
You can do it either way. Some
All
days
right.
I drink it just straight from the pouch. A lot of days, though, I make what I call my Ningxia Red drink with some of my supplements right in it. So you're not restricted to just have
It
to.
doesn't matter.
No, no.
Okay.
Even my pouches I dilute.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So some of the things I noticed, I mentioned the happiness. That was top of the line for me. I did sleep better. I definitely had more energy. And what I mean by that is what I really noticed was when I exercise, because of the leg issues, getting on that treadmill, that's some reasons why I don't get on it all the time because I'm like, oh, within a few minutes, my hip and right knee hurt so bad. And the first day, I felt a little stiffness getting on that treadmill again. But you know what, girls? After that, I wasn't struggling. Normally, 10 minutes in, I'm having to fight myself to say, hey, you need to stay on here another 20 minutes. And it flew by. It flew by. I put in my little iPods, uh, whatever, headphones, and turned on whatever, music, a drama, and it flew by. I was not feeling the stiffness. So that's something else I noticed was the inflammation is what I would call that then. The inflammation apparently was going down in my body because I did not have to put a knee brace on, not one day to walk on that treadmill. And I was using my knee brace quite often if I got on the treadmill. So I noticed that. Now, a lot of us too notice difference in weight and inches, but not everyone did. I've looked on the reset page in the group. Some people didn't lose an ounce, but they noticed, but they noticed a difference in inches. So I do encourage you, if you're going to do it, get your measurements just to see, because maybe weight wise, you may not drop, but chances are you will inches. You will. If you're not regularly drinking a lot of water and moving a lot outside of what you normally do for work, I think you'll definitely notice a difference in inches. I was 6.5 inches, 5 pounds. And really, those are all secondary. The main thing is I'm feeling better. I'm still feeling better. I'm not taking 6 ounces a day, but I am sticking, I'd say all this week. I've averaged at least 4 ounces, 3 to 4 ounces, a lot of times 4 ounces, because I feel like if it helped me that much for 2 weeks, I don't want to let go of that and the inflammation and all that come back. So as long as I can afford 4 ounces a day, then I'm doing 4 ounces a day. And you all may be the same. Penny, you want to share how you felt?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I did lose 9 pounds in the first 5 days. Oh, my phone's going off. Let me silence you. You be quiet. Yeah, I lost 9 pounds in the first 4 days. I was like, oh, I haven't done anything. And I was just dying. So I jumped on the scale and I went, what?
And your
So,
face
yeah,
looks your face
Yeah,
looks
oh, yeah, Lanny is the one that sent me a picture. She was, do you realize this? I said, yeah, no. From she went back on my post and Instagram and grabbed a picture from January 23, and this one, it was like I was shocked. I was shocked. Now I did start walking like before we went to conference in Idaho, because it's like I hadn't walked, and it's like, okay, all this walking. So yeah, and then I got back and it was over 100, so that went by the wayside. But yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
I see your cheekbones. I thought it was your makeup. I'm like, boy, she really went all out with contouring her face. She's a little bit of a show off, but I can see it. It's just your cheekbones are like up the mountain.
Yeah, no, this is 5 minutes before meeting because I didn't eat breakfast, so I did that for this morning for this. But yeah, in the afternoons, working at the computer, I work full time besides. Yeah, and it's like the afternoon is like all of a sudden it's like 4:30. It's like I can still focus, I can still function. Stressful days, and it's like, okay, boom, I make my list. Okay, I got to do that, and then it's done. Yeah, and sleeping better. And I noticed the first 40. I remember because I've been taking Ningxia for 3 years. In March it'll be 3 years. I've taken an ounce to 2 ounce every day. And then I would take my little cup and I'd measure, with my little dropper, and it's like, oh, there's too much, and I take it out, and here I'm drinking 4 ounces at a pop, because now it's like glug, 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 or it's almost down. It's like, that's a little more than 4 ounces, I up in the bottle. But I did notice, and I ate clean. I personally did keto. I have to stay on keto personally. If I get loosey-goosey with the carbs and the sugar, it affects me horribly. Horribly. I have to kind of stay on that, and I can feel myself. And it's like, if I kind of get loosey goosey with them, then it's like, okay, no, you know you know how to fix this. So, but yeah, I did absolutely no alcohol. Yes, I did struggle with the water, 100 ounces plus, and I drink a lot of water anyway, morning and through the night, because I leave my cup on my bedside. And a lot of times I don't even wake up, and my cup will be gone in the morning. So I don't even have to wake up, and I'm drinking all night besides. But yeah, Claudia did a Zyto link for me to test it out, because then I switched over. But yeah, inflammation had come up, never had come up before. Gut issues had come up first time, never had come up before. So I was gonna do my own test, my own Zyto, Monday, and real life this week settled in, going, oh yeah, I forgot about this. So, but I know it's better because I feel better, you know, and it proves in the inches. You know, I've lost 2 inches off my waist and my hips in the 9 pounds. So, yeah. But yeah, so I've been keeping up with at least 2 ounces in the morning, and then I'll take my packet out to work and drink my 2 ounces, and then I'll always have my packet out in the refrigerator out in the shop. So 3-4 o'clock. Some days now I will grab another one, but definitely I'm doing 4 to 6 ounces and still feeling good. Feeling good.
Good. That's what we want to hear. That is wonderful. Yay. Barb, do you want to share?
If I can unmute myself, sure. Yeah. I kind of had a lot of very similar things happen. Like I noticed that my inflammation seemed to be down more, and sleep a little better. I don't sleep badly, but it was just a little bit better. And I remember one day I was having like when we started, I was having a really, really bad day at work. And I was like, the next day when I got up, I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to go to work because it was so bad.
Oh.
But it was okay. You know, I got up, had my Ningxia, just kind of got to a better mindset. And I thought, I know this day is going to be bad, but it wasn't. And when things came up, I was just like, you know, like you said, you were happy. It's, you know, and I noticed that every day working, you know, that had that kind of effect.
That is good, because stress can tear us up.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, the one day it was so bad.
Yeah.
And you look so pretty, Barb. You look bright and happy.
Oh, thank you.
And her cheeks are all glowing. You know, go ahead.
Yeah, you know, so and just having a little bit more energy. You know, there's times when just my regular energy cycle, you know, I have a regular energy cycle where, you know, I'll be okay for a while, and then like for a couple of days, just kind of it will dip. And I was kind of expecting, it was kind of like that time frame, and I didn't have that dip. You know, so yeah, that kind of, or I might have a little bit, but not like usual.
Yeah.
I did have a problem getting all my water in, and a lot of that is because of the hours that I work and, you know, don't really take the time to, I just get so focused. That was another thing. I was able to focus on work better, focus on things better. You know, my mind was, my brain seemed to be working a little bit better, so I could concentrate a little bit more. So yeah. So that's basically it.
Well, good. No, those are all great things. And you know, something I was going to mention that I learned, and I know we've said it a little, but I now know on days when all of a sudden I feel like I'm fighting gloom or just stress. No, I did it the other day. I came home, it had just been a hectic day, and I'm like, nope. I went in there and I'm like, Penny, I just grabbed the bottle. I didn't measure. I didn't like gulp and put it in a glass and drank it down, because I knew after those 2 weeks, I've learned that, hey, apparently upping that Ningxia does help my mood and how I feel. So try that. Even if you don't do the reset, if you have a bad day, go in there and take you an extra 2 or 3 ounces of Ningxia and see if you notice a difference. Yes, Barb.
Can I add something else? Okay, I noticed that because I had also done the Strength and Vitality Challenge as well. So with Beverly Banks and all that, and The one meeting that they had, the one Zoom that they had, they were talking about the Ningxia, and one of the girls had said, basically, like for the collagen, you want to use that. You don't want to mix that with, you want to have that separately because that helps your gut health. And I noticed since I was using the collagen along with the Ningxia that my gut was feeling better too.
Oh, okay.
So,
Nice.
yeah,
Good. Because they do say Ningxia is great for our gut. So
yep.
wonderful. Good. Now, talking about Ningxia and the effect it can have on us, what we have to keep in mind is when we're talking to people, our customers or whatever, not everyone is going to have the same experience we have. Okay. Because we're all different. Our energy levels are different. Our moods are different. Our literal physical health is different. So I really want Claudia to speak here for a few minutes and tell us she's 4 days in, but she's already knows she's feeling different than we did. Do you want to share that, Claudia?
So a few years ago, I got scanned by a practitioner. It was a heavy duty machine. And I just want to tell you just a little bit about this particular scan. I'm going to explain it to you in electricity. So if you are sick, if you're diseased, if you are in the serious mode, your energy level, your electricity is low. It's below 6,000. So healthy is like between 14,000, 18,000, 20,000, around those numbers are a healthy body electricity. Mine was at 48,000, which mine was so high that I was not in the normal range and I was not in the healthy range. And he spoke to me very frankly, very privately. And he said, if you don't make changes, you're going to have a breakdown. And I felt it. I felt my mind racing. I had trouble turning things off. I felt on all the time, like I couldn't turn off a button. And it's just I felt pressure on my heart. And so the couple of weeks before Ningxia, I was upping my morning dosage, like 2 doses in the morning, because I was cheering Mark on. And I didn't feel the way I did that many years ago, but I felt overly on in the sense that I was having a hard time falling asleep. I would fall asleep around midnight and I would be up at 5 or 6 and function. So if I sleep 7 hours,
that wasn't because I was messaging you, was it, Claudia?
No. It's just there were certain things that were happening. My girls were coming down, just different things that hit your stress levels at different times. But for me, I go into overdrive. Like if Kim said to me, hey, tomorrow, let's get together, I would be so excited, like I'm a 5-year-old. And I would be like, what would me and Kim do? I'll clean the house. I'll cook a meal. And I rile myself up that the next day's activities would wipe me out. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't shut it off. And I'm bordering on OCD. I'm right. I could see it. So I saw Kim glowing. I saw Penny posting, drinking, running. And so in my head, I'm like, well, I don't need the energy, but I need to glow. I need to glow because I feel, and I couldn't wait for my glow to come on. So I started February 1st because mentally I'm challenged and then I wouldn't know what day I was on. So this way I just look at a calendar to see today's my day 4. And the first day, do you know what I did? I have been in sleep mode. I have been craving naps. It like sitting here on the couch, I'm like, I wonder if the girls would notice if I fall asleep. I have been sleeping now 8 hours. 8 hours. I go to bed like at 9:30. I'm already turning myself down. And Mark is like, what are you doing? You want to watch a movie? You want to watch TV? And I'm like, no, I'm just going to be here. He goes, oh, okay. Are you going to talk? Are you going to, and I'm out. Today for a meeting, Mark had to keep walking in the room. He's like, are you getting up? Are you? And I'm like, what am I going to share? What am I going to share? I don't have any of the running energy. I mean, except from, and the reels that you see me doing, I'm speeding it up. So it looks like I'm really, but my workout is like, and I'm like, I have to put this 3 times something because I'm the slowest bug. And so last night I slept another solid 8 hours. And right now it's like I've been looking forward to the evening time so I could get my jammies on. And I crave to go to bed. My conversation has been slower. My thoughts have been slower. I'm not as impatient, like when people talk to me, like in the South, you know how people take a long time to tell a story? Usually that would drive me up wall bananas. And now I'm like, give me every detail you can about walking around the mulberry tree. And Mark is like, what is? And so for me, I'm in slow mode right now, but I think my body needed that. Isn't that weird?
Yes and no. I think your body needed it. I think you have every indication that that's exactly what you needed. So your body knows it and it's doing what it should.
Yeah, this is a new side of you. This is slow mo. Claudia is a new brand new thing.
Mark cooking. Mark has been cooking. I've been letting things slide a little bit on the housework. Like I don't have I don't know how else to describe it to you.
It's like balance, isn't it? It's finding your individual balance.
Yeah.
So you're up there, so it's brought you to here. Sometimes we're down here, but it's brought us to here. I found that really interesting. I mean, I'll be careful, careful how I word things, but
so you can ask your customers questions. Do you know what I mean? Like if you find somebody that's similar to you, you could be like, oh my goodness, because I know most people want energy. Most people want energy. I've never wanted more energy. I have to cut coffee out of my routine.
Well, I
had coffee, people didn't want to be in the field with me. They're like, Claudia had
found the same, Claudia. It's completely different reason why, but with Ray it's the same, that active hyperactive mind constantly. And I'm gonna do a little trial starting the 12th anyway, but she has been having the Ningxia and I've seen similar results to you, Claudia, in Ray. So I'm excited to share that.
Well, Kim made me feel good because I was like, I think I'm going to be Debbie Downer at your Ningxia show. No. So that's all I've been saying. Like when you read my post, you know what I've been saying? I sleep. I've been sleeping, and I want to take a nap. I haven't taken a nap and I can't tell you how long. I have never. And now I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, I'm going to take a nap after this class. So that's been my experience.
But
I love that.
You did say that because of that, you're not as anxious. So you're not as OCD, you're not as stressed. So you are seeing benefits. It's not what we saw, but that's because apparently I needed the energy. But so you're still seeing great benefits. And I'm anxious, for lack of a better word, to see how you are by the end of 2 weeks. I really think it's going to be interesting to see, does your sleep level out? How your brain, are you able to be more calmer throughout the day? So
yeah, there's certain things that have been calmer.
Yeah, Penny.
And I haven't even participated in the Royal Dream contest because I just feel like I don't, a contest usually revs me up. I want to be on a contest like white on rice. And now I'm like, I don't want to answer all these questions. I hope somebody else on my team wins, but I'm not, that's how I feel. I feel like Cheech and Chong, but no marijuana was involved. That's what I feel like. I'm so sorry. This is recorded. That's really bad. I'm so sorry. That's how I feel. That's the best way to describe it. Cheech and Chong, that I'm like, I'm not into time. I'm not into rushing. I'm not into, and Mark noticed the difference, but he's like, this is not Kim. This is not Penny. And I'm like, this is lazy, but Claudia, so that's my experience. But you're right. That anxiety that I was having at nighttime. Nope. And I had a moment of panic one of the evenings, because sometimes I'll have a little bit, and I had just a second and I thought about things. My brain was slow enough that it could put pieces together. It went away and I fell asleep. So panic would be something that keeps me awake and takes away my sleep and takes away, I have to deal with it. I have to work myself through it. I have to use my oils to do my deep breathing. There has been no deep breathing tent since I started the Ningxia, you know.
Yeah.
And Mark is making sure he's upkeeping, he's doing what you're doing, the 2 ounces in the morning and the 2 ounces at lunch, because he felt so good and his belly issues went away. So his gut issues is something different.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's good. And I think that's going to be the result for a lot of us and a lot of our customers. If they do that reset, I think they'll start drinking the Ningxia more often. Or like us, if they were already drinking, I mean, I've been drinking it almost 7 years, they're going to up it a little because they realize what they were missing out on these past 7 years because I was like, oh, I don't know, it caught. And I'm like, well, I need to work it into my supplement bill each month that, hey, this supplement, maybe I need more than another one like C or something, on a regular basis.
And the loyalty would make better sense too, right?
Yes.
Because
yes.
that's the only way I could afford the extra, because I got the big loyalty bundle. I don't have the reset kit. The reset kit sold out before I could do it, but I cashed in points last month. I was like, oh, I want extra Ningxia and I'll get my box of reset. And I wanted my beautiful box the way you girls have it.
Yeah.
But I just was like, I can't wait. I can't put it off anymore.
Yeah.
So then I ordered the loyalty bundle and I just have to do what do you call it, Kim? The daily routine. The keep
track.
You
mean like the 2 ounces, the 2, 2, 2? Is that what you're Yeah. That's what you're up to now, right? 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the evening.
Today's day 4. So
yes.
I'm up to the 2.
Yeah. Wonderful. Penny, you wanted to say something. So I want to make sure you say it before you're muted.
Not anymore. All right. Yeah. And I did notice when I very, very first started 3 years ago, I was like, no biggie, nothing like the 12 ounces. But after a year and a half on it, my mom had surgery and it was supposed to be, outpatient surgery. So I just went for, prepared for the day. 5 days later, we come home and it was like, why does my hair hurt? Why can I not focus? I could barely drive the hour home. It was like my hair hurt, my joints hurt. I couldn't focus. I was a complete basket case. And it's like, what in the world? And it's like, the only thing I didn't have was my Ningxia. We were only going to be there, for the day. I didn't pack my Ningxia. And it was like, I was miserable. I was like, I will never be without this. So I didn't notice when I very, very, very first started 3 years ago, oh yeah, all this marvelous stuff. It's like, okay, yeah, it tastes good. All right, let's go with it. I didn't notice it for a year and a half till I didn't have it for a week.
Right.
And then I went, oh, wow, this is like a game changer. So this was like that on steroids, having to have 12 ounces. And it was like, I'm never going back.
Oh yeah, me too. Just one real quick thing. My hair, someone pointed it out to me when I posted my before and after picture in one of the reset groups. And she's like, oh my goodness. And you go back and you look, she's right. And I have to go to the hair tomorrow. It grew so much and I didn't realize that's what it was. She's like, did you notice your hair? And I'm like, no, but I did, but I didn't. So yeah, interesting. My hair grew galore. So go ahead, Claudia. We got a minute and something.
The other thing too that to remember is people that have sugar issues, or in our area, there's a breakout of what. Mm-hmm. The Ningxia reset, the Ningxia extra dosage is, it's not just when you feel great.
Right. It could make a game changer as to how quickly you feel better.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah, me too. I could see that. I could definitely see that. So, okay, girls, this has been great. We'll do it again. I know this was a weird time, so some of the normals.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're
the
welcome.
First people I told I was Cheech and Chong, so I feel good doing it in this group of friends. And Kim, do you think you could post the recorded in the education page?
I will. It'll take it a little bit to download on my computer, and I'll post it there. I think I have to post it to my YouTube and then send the link of the YouTube to the Facebook. I think that's how that works. But I'll get Marvin to figure it out. So I'll put it up.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, girls, have a good week. Claudia, keep us posted, okay?
I'm going to.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.